What's going on, guys? So I've got a pretty exciting video for you today. I finally got my hands on the DualSense wireless controller for the PS5. So if you're familiar with the PS5 timeline, the console is supposed to be coming out on November 12th, along with all the accessories like the controller charger, the camera, all that stuff. But it seems that some retailers are getting the accessories early for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I got this from Amazon. It costs $69.99, which is just the new standard pricing for controllers and games. And yeah, here it is in the flesh. I know a lot of other YouTubers have been doing unboxings of this because I think some have gotten it straight from Sony as like a press copy or something like that. Other people like me are just getting it from the retailers in the mail. And I'm pretty excited to open this thing up. I haven't watched any of the other unboxings just because I want to kind of experience this for myself. But as you can see on the front here, obviously got the new PS5 controller. It looks pretty similar to the PS4, except that the ergonomics are a little bit different. It looks like the controller is probably going to be bigger and larger in the hands, which is probably a good thing. And then here on the back, we have our features. So kind of the motto is heighten your senses. So you got haptic feedback, and I've seen some ads for this, and basically it's supposed to be a little bit more than just vibration. It kind of really adapts to what you're feeling, like if you're swimming, if you're walking on sand, if you're jumping and hit the ground, or somebody's hitting you. All those feelings should be a little bit different. You also have adaptive triggers, which experience varying force and tension when interacting with your in-game gear. Now, I'm not sure exactly how this is implemented because I know the PS4 had something similar to this, so I'm not 100% sure if that's different or not. Also got your built-in microphone and signature comfort. Of course, everybody wants the most comfortable controller, and this thing looks promising. So let's go ahead and open this up. One simple slice on the top, and I gotta say the packaging is nothing special. Not that anybody really cares that much. It's just a controller. Nobody really cares what it's packaged in as long as it looks okay. And I'm trying to figure out how I can get this thing open. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. There we go. Take off this little piece. And let's go ahead and slide this thing out. All right, this thing doesn't really want to come out. Try to dump it out. There we go. Out, it's coming out, baby. All right, so it comes in a pretty plain white box. That's a interesting way to package it. And then you got to open it up. All right, there we go. So it opens up. I'm really surprised it packaged it this way. This just seems like, I know it's just a controller, it's not a big deal, but it seems like pretty poor packaging. You got your controller here, your manual that literally nobody will ever read, and of course you got your controller wrapped in this plastic wrap here. Ooh, that thing's pretty nice. It kind of feels, first, right off the bat impressions, let me zoom in a little bit, it kind of feels like a hybrid of a PlayStation controller and an Xbox One controller. So in the past, the PlayStation controllers have kind of felt, I don't know, small or kind of detached from your hands, and it just kind of felt a little bit awkward sometimes, whereas the Xbox One controller felt really nice in your hands. Now this one seems to be veering towards the Xbox One style. Obviously the analog sticks are still both on the bottom, just like every PlayStation has always been. But first impressions, this is a pretty nice looking controller. All the buttons feel nice. Analog sticks feel pretty normal. D-pad and buttons feel about standard. R1 and L1 are nice and clicky, easy to click. R2 and L2 feel about like the same as the triggers on the PS4 controller. And of course you have your touchpad here. Feels pretty nice. And you got, I guess, right here is how you turn it on. Also another little button right here, I'm not sure what that does. Got your microphone down here, an input port down here. And yeah, so one thing that's interesting about this is that it didn't include a USB-C cable to charge it. As you can see, there's a USB-C port on the top. So you just need a USB-C cable to plug it into any kind of power source and you'll charge it right up. But I'm pretty surprised it doesn't include a cable. That's a pretty standard thing they should include. And down here, obviously, you have the contacts where you can basically rest your controller on the charger you can buy for it. But obviously that's an extra expense that not everybody's going to want to pay for. So one thing I want to point out that everybody's been talking about is that the grippy part in the back of the controller is actually little PlayStation emblems. I don't know if it's going to be able to show up on my camera, if my camera can even zoom in and focus that closely. But basically, there's little tiny, I'll try to throw I don't think you'll be able to see it, so I'll throw a picture up on the screen. But it's little tiny X's, O's, triangles, and squares in the back that make up the grip, which is kind of a cool thing. I can't imagine how difficult that was to manufacture, how much more expensive it was. It probably added to the cost. Instead of 60 bucks, it's 70 bucks because of the little grip on the back. But yeah, still kind of a cool feature. And so yeah, guys, I gotta say, first impressions, this thing feels real nice in the hands. Like I said, it feels kind of like an Xbox One controller, kind of blended with a PlayStation controller. Feels real nice. I got high expectations for it. Unfortunately, the PS5 is not actually out yet, so I can't really test it and see how it responds in an in-game situation. But I'm pretty excited for the PlayStation coming out in a couple weeks. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave some comments down below about what else you want to see. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're interested in more content. And I'm pretty excited to be doing some PS5 and Xbox Series X content coming up. I have a couple PS5s pre-ordered, so I'm hoping one of them comes on release day and I can go ahead and roll with that. Now for the Xbox Series X, I only have one pre-ordered from Costco, so I'm hoping that comes in clutch and Costco actually ships it and I get it on release day. Otherwise, I'm going to be scrambling for one. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.